Alright guys, today I'm working with a Kenmore HE washer, and right now it's on the sensing portion, so it's sensing how large that load is and how much water to add. We've got it on deep water wash, and I just turned all the other stuff off just to save a little time and water for this testing purpose. Now the washer gets a 28-point inspection, everything electrical, mechanical, it all gets checked. This thing actually has a self-diagnosis mode with automatic and manual testing. All of that gets utilized to test and make sure that this machine is in perfect working order. Then when all of that's done, I go ahead and run a test load as if you were standing here yourself testing it out, so that you know when you spend your money on it, take it home, plug it in, everything's going to work good. I've taken the lid switch off here and plugged it in, so it thinks that this lid is locked and down, otherwise you wouldn't be able to lift this up. But I do it for testing purposes so you can kind of see what's going on. Like I said, right now it's filling up and sensing. Once it determines it has enough water to get this load clean, which is a pretty heavy load in there, it'll switch over to wash, goes through the wash cycle. And what I'm going to let you, obviously you see the water comes in, you'll get to hear the drain, that the water drains out, and then you get to see that high speed spin cycle. And it has three variants here, a low and then high. So we'll check out that high spin on the end there. That way you know everything works good on it. So for the sake of time, we're going to cut now and then come back as it drains out the water and moves into the wash cycle. Alright guys, so now we're in the wash cycle. Now it's still stopping occasionally to add a little more water, but those are just about full submersion, and the wash plate on the bottom is doing a good job of agitating them and getting them clean. As you can see there, sounds great. Nice smooth operation. So we'll let it move past the wash cycle and I'll show you that it drains and the final spin. Alright guys, moving out of the wash cycle into the rinse cycle, you can hear draining that water out nice and fast. If it looks like those LEDs are flashing, they're not. For some reason when I do the videos on these, and it may not look that way when I play it back, but I've noticed that sometimes those LEDs are solid right now. Alright guys, we are on the final spin now, and it has started with a low spin, which helps get those clothes balanced before it kicks into the high spin. They'll do this a couple of times and then finish off strong with that high spin. So we're going to pause and then we'll come back for its fastest spin and get a look and listen at that. Okay, and we are just about at full speed on the spin cycle. And I'll go ahead and lift this up so you can see it spinning. And obviously you wouldn't be able to lift this lid up. That's attached to the lid up here, and then it's locked in place. So nice safety feature, because these do spin really fast and it gets the water out of the clothes, and then those clothes can dry a lot faster, which is kind of all a part of the HE designation. So the dryer is not really HE, the washer is what determines that HE setting, because it's more efficient with the water, spins out the water faster, so you have lighter clothes going into your dryer, and that's what kind of gives it that HE designation. So it's got one more spin on this spin cycle left, but that's about as fast as it goes right there. So we'll go ahead and let it finish up, and I'll move the clothes over to the dryer and show you that the dryer works. Alright guys, now we've got a Crossley electric dryer. Got all those clothes moved over, so we'll go ahead and close that up. We're going to put this on auto dry, very dry. And this is extra large capacity, 3 temperature, 4 cycle. Hit go. This dryer needs a little bit of touch up. A lot of times on these dryers you get a lot of stuff put on top, and that can chip away the paint over time. But I touch all this up, and you can check that out in the pictures. You'll see this looks like brand new here. Give you a chance to listen to it. You see it sounds great. You can hear the clothes tumbling around, but everything else is nice and smooth. All the rollers, idler pulley, all that stuff gets checked, cleaned and greased, make sure everything is nice and smooth. Then I'm going to show you that it is in fact heating like it's supposed to be. So right in between those two red dots, that's where it's going to take its temperature measurement. Difference between the top and the floor there. So right inside the heating element tube,
See plenty of heat coming out of there. This tube here can get up to about 300 degrees, but the inside of your dryer is only going to get from about 95 up to 195. And that just depends on what you have your heat setting at. So there again, we come back up here, you've got no heat, low heat, high heat, and then auto, which kind of does super high heat, medium heat, low heat, no heat. So auto is really just the best way to go. Stick it on there and hit go, and you don't even have to worry about it. So that's going to be it for these guys. If you have any questions on them, feel free to reach out. Otherwise, I do appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. Y'all have a great day. Thanks.